Hello everyone, welcome to Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services. This is a video on daily topic-wise news analysis where I'll be covering the news from the Hindu and Indian Express. So I'll be covering the most important news of the day, and additionally to get you more information on that particular news, I'll be supplementing some important information that can help you in prelims and mains examination. So let's get started with the topic first. Today is 12th of April. The first topic is Tika Utsav against the COVID-19 virus. So this is like vaccination festival that is coming up for last 2 days. Center to certify shrimp farming. This is again something which is very important for the sector. Third, investment project bounce back in quarter 4. Second last topic, center banned export of remdesivir drug. And the last is need for the personal data protection bill, right? This is something which is very important. Apart from all this news and editorial, I'll be also discussing some MCQs question at the end of this session so that they can help you in the upcoming prelims examination. So without any further delay, let's get started. And before we proceed, a small announcement for all the aspirants who's looking forward for a mock interview. So none best than Aptiplus. We're providing you the interview program. This is from today itself, and the people who are there in New Delhi, Calcutta and Bhubaneswar can have the benefit of this. Free DAF analysis would be provided, state-based questionnaire would be there, and these everything would be done by the expert panel, right? And you'll be also getting some basically insights and study material with regards to the interview program. So do check it out. मैंने वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन में इसके लिंक दिए हुए हैं, आप ज़्यादा जानकारी वहाँ से चेक कर सकते हैं. So the first news, Tika Utsav against the COVID-19 virus, considering the fact that the cases are there on the surge of the COVID-19 and the multiplier effect, the exponential growth is too high. So this news is important for your general studies paper 2, issues related to development and management of health. And the news has been reported in Indian Express, although some news was also there in Hindu also. So what government has decided, that the union government has decided to hold a mass vaccination, right, against the COVID-19. So this would be known as Tika Utsav or vaccination festival. So how and when it was decided? So during a virtual meet, when Prime Minister was addressing all the chief minister of the country, he said that India need to celebrate, or India need to take some comprehensive actions. So what they're doing from 11th of April, that is from yesterday till day before tomorrow, till 14th of April, India would be having a mass vaccination drive that would be going across the country, right? Now, talking about what more Prime Minister has stated with regards to the vaccination festival, he said this is the beginning of the second wave of the COVID-19, because the wave which is going in India is very exponential and the number of the cases that has been reported is too high. Now the vaccination process would start on Sunday, like yesterday it started on the birth anniversary of Mahatma Jyotibai Phule, and it will continue to the birth anniversary of Baba Sahab Bhimrao Ambedkar. That is 14th of April, right? So this is what the date and timeline has been provided by the Government of India. Now the Prime Minister called for the zero vaccine wastage. So what it is the time when we need to take very caution about the vaccines wastage, because we are running short of vaccine as well. Officially, Government of India said that they have stockpile, but definitely we need to know what exactly is the situation. So the Prime Minister has noted that zero wastage should be the priority for all the health centers, and it said that the optimum utilization of vaccine capacity would be something that is very important, और ये जो capacity है that need to be increased at its highest. Now the PM also said awareness and responsible behavior would succeed in containing the behavior. So whatever COVID norms protocol that was there by the health ministry, उसे हमें अभी भी follow करने की ज़रूरत है. So क्या we can contain the further multiplier effect of the virus. So we need to stop it. Our human behavior is something we as an individual, right? We need to take some responsibility as well. And he said to make target at personal, social and administrative level for all these 4 days. So these are some of the welcoming efforts from the union government, and at the same time, the cooperation has to be there from the state government, right? And if you're writing in general studies paper 4, आप अगर ethics paper में इस तरह के questions attempt करें, make sure you can give the example of this kind of initiatives. Now, Prime Minister has given some 4 points that is crucially very important, equally important for ethics paper. So the Prime Minister has stressed upon 4 important points, and these 4 points with regards to the drive of the vaccination in the least 4 days that would be going, right? So the first call for each one vaccinate. This means that who cannot go to themselves for the vaccination center, such an elder and aged should be assisted. So the people, the age group above 70, 80 and even 90, they are unable to go to the vaccination center, they should be assisted. Second, he called for each one treat one. What does mean? This means that involving people helping in getting treated if one do not have the resources or knowledge to get it. Like अगर मैं एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे बताऊँ, बहुत सारे लोगों को भी कोवैक्सीन की रजिस्ट्रेशन के बारे में नहीं पता है. सो यू कैन हेल्प देम इन रजिस्टरिंग देमसेल्फ. एवरीथिंग इज गेटिंग done digitally. So many people in India are still not that equipped with the digital technology. But government ने इसीलिए offline centers में भी सीधा आधार कार्ड से enroll की provisions रखे हैं. But on your end, you can help any individual. The third is each one save one. This means that one should wear mask and save himself or herself from infecting any other. So this is a behavior practice that each of us need to follow to make sure that we are not in the proximity area and we are following all the COVID norms. Fourth, the society and the people should lead in creating micro containment zones. So we need to be there in our home. We need to create a micro containment zones so that the virus infection can be brought down and we can win this pandemic. Now the other topic, other news, that is Center to Certify Shrimp Farming. Shrimp farming is again something which is very important. So this is important for your general studies paper 2, food processing and related industries. So with regards to shrimp farming, they can ask you a factual question in the prelims examination, or there can be a combination of questions in the mains examination as well. So what government has decided, that recently they decided to kick off the new scheme to certify hatcheries and farm that adopt the aquaculture practices. इसमें होगा क्या? This would definitely help to build exporter confidence in Indian frozen produce. So how does the India shrimp culture work and what is the export? We'll see everything. Infographic is also there. So first and foremost, we'll see what is the aim of this scheme. Government की जो scheme है, उसकी क्या aim है? So the first aim is to bolster the confidence in the foreign frozen shrimp जो है उसको लेकर के. And country biggest street food की export की अगर बात करें, तो shrimp is something which has the biggest basket in terms of the seafood that is exported outside India. Now the center has kicked off a new scheme to certify the hatcheries and farmers that adopt good aquaculture practices. Now, if you talk about the shrimp export, we have some number that is important for you. So India export frozen shrimp of almost $5 billion. This was a figure from 2019, 2020. And the most country, the top destination for India is United States and China as its biggest buyer. Now, the combination of factor has hurt the export this time because बहुत सारी ऐसे container shortages हुई है that incidents of seafood consignments being rejected because of the food safety concern is something that is again very important, and because of which government is coming up with a comprehensive plan ताकि जो shrimp sector से जो लोग जुड़े हुए हैं उनको safe किया जाके secure किया जा सके. Now frozen shrimp in India is the largest exported seafood items. This is something a factual point that you have to remember. और अगर बात करें इसकी जितनी क्वांटिटी यूज़ की जाती है तो 50.58% इन क्वांटिटी एंड 73.2% in terms of total US dollar earning from this sector, right? So this is for 2019-20. And if you talk about the states that are performing well, so the states include Andhra Pradesh, all the coastal states in India. The second would be West Bengal, Odisha and Gujarat. That's also include Tamil Nadu as a major shrimp production state, and around 95% of the culture shrimp are produced and exported from the states. So ultimately, they are generating revenues. So the revenue is being generated for the state government, and they further utilize it. Now, this is an infographic which shows the world biggest exporter of the frozen shrimp and prawns. So, India definitely dominates this export market. And you can see this color graph which is shown. So, talking about India, India is sharing 22% of the total export across the world. This is being followed by Ecuador, right? Vietnam, Indonesia, and China and Argentina, right? And the other part that include the world, Thailand is 4%, and all other countries include 26%, right? And if you talk about the major destination of India in the frozen shrimps, so that is here the country is given, the largest being the partner of United States and Vietnam, followed by Japan and UK. So these are the country that mostly get shrimps from India. Now, Indian shrimp market. So, Indian shrimp market की अगर volume की बात करें, this is almost 0.7% ton by volume. This is for 2019. By size की अगर बात करें तो ये आप size यहाँ पे check कर सकते हैं. By region, if you talk region, which I have told you in the beginning, this include West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry, Odisha, Maharashtra, and Gujarat, all the coastal states, right? So these two infographic will help you. Andhra Pradesh is the largest producer of shrimp in India, right? So this is some important informative with regards to prelims as well as mains examination. Now, certification scheme की अगर बात करें for the aquaculture products, so there's authority known as Maritime Produce Export Development Authority. So they have developed a certification schemes for the aquaculture products, जिसको सफरी के नाम से भी जाना जाता है. This is a Sanskrit word means super quality of fisheries being produced to for the sustainable human consumptions, because कुछ फूड सेफ्टी के इश्यूज आए थे जिसकी वजह से इस सेक्टर में काफ़ी ज़्यादा गिरावट देखी गई थी. नाउ सफरी स्कीम की अगर बात करें, दिस इज बेस्ड ऑन द यूनाइटेड नेशंस फूड एंड एग्रीकल्चर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन टेक्निक, जहाँ पे सारे चीज़ों को ध्यान रखा जाता है कि फूड सेफ्टी के कंसर्न से कंजप्शन पैटर्न को इंक्लूड किया जाए. And the national residued consumption plan of the food safety is something which is again very important in the farm produce and pre-harvest system place, right? So this is with regards to the aquaculture system products. Now moving to the other news, that is investment project bounce back in Q4. So some improvement has been seen in the investment project, and the projection is for the Q4. So the fresh investment rebounded strongly in the last year of quarter 2021-2020, right? And both private sector and government backed capital spending took off sharply, first time in the pandemic hit year. So we are seeing improvement where the private investment was not working properly. Many of the sector like infrastructures have been deteriorated performance, but some green shoots have been seen in this sector as well. So Q4 की अगर बात करें, there is surge in the overall investment. और अगर इन्वेस्टमेंट कॉर्पस की बात करें, so this is 10.72 lakh crore rupees, just 1.2 below the 2019-20 levels. So recovery is high, but again definitely we need to work more upon it. न्यू प्रोजेक्ट्स की अगर बात करें इस क्वार्टर्स में, सो एक लेटेस्ट प्रोजेक्शंस की गई है बाय द प्रोजेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट सर्वे. दिस इज बाय प्रोजेक्ट टुडे. दे सेड दैट द न्यू प्रोजेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट इन जनवरी for March 2021 quarter was almost 4 lakh crore rupees, right? And nearly 1 lakh crore rupees or 33% higher than the previous year quarter. तो previous जो quarter थे same year में उसमें से improvement है, but overall we are not improving or lagging by almost by 1.2%. Now, the private sector investment grew sharply by 4.3% in Q3 to 2.6 lakh crore rupees in Q4. और mining की अगर बात करें, mining was the only major sector where investment dried up in this quarter. So this sector has to be looked up more comprehensively. And overall, the quarter recorded as many 87 mega project taking off and 62 project in Q3. So you can see the number of project that is also coming. We'll see precisely with the sector-wise information. So if you talk about the sector-wise performance, infrastructure project is something which is rising since Q2. और लॉकडाउन के बाद इस सेक्टर में बहुत ही ज़्यादा डिटोरेशन देखी गई थी, बिकॉज द मैन पावर दैट इज रिक्वायर्ड, द लेबर दैट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड was not there. Many people are residing are the labor that is coming from the states like Bihar, Bengal, Jharkhand. So they have moved to their place. So this was the reason the infrastructure project was deteriorating. Now after 20.3 dip in the quarter 3, real estates की अगर बात करें, commercial complexes, industrial parks, this grew by 47.4% in quarter 4. Now, food processing, cement, and automobile sector, they have recorded decline in investment in quarter 4, but drugs and pharma or alcohol industries that continue to grow healthy in the wake of pandemic, right? So sector wise information है, आपको इसमें भी काफ़ी मदद मिलेगी for writing in mains. You can code the sectors wise accordingly. Now, state performances. So, Odisha received the highest investment in the quarter. The amount is 62,352 crore rupees. This number is not important for you. और अगर बात करें कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट अनाउंसमेंट भी की गई है, कंपनीज लाइक आसल मित्तल एंड निप्पॉन स्टील. So this is in two company acquired by one. And Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh followed the project that worth of 40,000 crore rupees and 39,000 crore rupees respectively. Now, center banned export of remdesivir drug. So, considering the fact that the cases are on surge, the government has taken some strict action and banned the export of remdesivir drugs. So, this is important for your general studies paper 2, issues related to development and management of health. So, what government has decided, that the central government decided that they would be prohibiting the export of remdesivir injections and active pharmaceutical ingredient, also known as API. API के बारे में आप देख लें, API प्रीलिम्स के लिए भी काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है, कौन कौन सी चीज़ों को API की कैटेगरी में इसमें रखते हैं. सो इन सिचुएशन को देखते हुए इन कंट्री में जिस तरह से सिचुएशन जब तक इम्प्रूव नहीं होती है तब तक इन ड्रग्स को एक्सपोर्ट को बैन किया जाएगा, रेस्ट्रिक्ट किया जाएगा. Now the decision has taken to ensure easy access to remdesivir injections to patient, and accessible should be made only to India exclusively, right? And several Indian company, कुछ 7 ऐसे companies थे, they have licensed to drug the Gilead Sciences. अगर बात करें remdesivir की, तो उसकी manufacturing जो parent company है Gilead है, they are situated in US and they have installed capacity of around 3.9 million units per month. Now, reports of the shortage of the vaccines, because we have witnessed बहुत सारे ऐसे cases में ये पता चला है कि hospitals have complained regarding the shortage of remdesivir drug. This is basically an antiviral drug that fight against the COVID-19, especially for the adult patients and having severe complications. Now, as per the National Clinical Management Protocol, और कोविड-19 की जो प्रोटोकॉल है, गवर्नमेंट ने ये कहा है कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट कि रेमडेसिविर इज लिस्टेड एज एन investigational therapy where informed and shared decision making is essential. Now, what government is doing, they have also the cases of hoarding and black marketing. So इस चीज़ को रोकने के लिए, रैपिड सर्च को रोकने के लिए government is taking all precautionary measures as well. So what sort of measures are being taken by the health ministry? Health ministry का कहना है कि they have some steps to bring down the situation under control, including all डोमेस्टिक एडवाइजिंग कंपनीज जो भी मैन्युफैक्चर कर रही है रेमडेसिविर को, उनके वेबसाइट्स पे उनके स्टॉकिस्ट के बारे में, डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स के बारे में फैसिलिटीज़ हों और खास करके जो प्रोडक्शन है इंडिया में वो भी इंक्रीज हो. ड्रग्स इंस्पेक्टर वुड ऑल्सो बी डिप्लॉयड इन द ऑफिसेज दैट दे वुड वेरीफाई द स्टॉक्स एंड चेक द मैल प्रैक्टिसेस, एनी ब्लैक मार्केटिंग दैट इज टेकिंग प्लेस विद द सेल ऑफ द रेमडेसिविर ड्रग. और स्टेट हेल्थ सेक्रेटरीज को भी इसके लिए रिव्यू करने की बातें कही गई है. सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द करेक्टिव मेजर्स दैट हेल्थ मिनिस्ट्री फ्रॉम द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट इज टेकिंग. Now the drugs inspector have been directed to verify the stocks and check the malpractices. So these drugs inspector would be ensuring कि किसी तरह से black marketing नहीं हो रही है. Now this is in last news, basically an editorial which talks about need for the Personal Data Protection Bill. Important for your General Studies paper 2 in the mains paper, that is important aspects of government's transparency, accountability and e-governance applications. And Personal Data Protection Bill is something which is again very important for the prelims examination as well. Now, as we know that the pandemic has forced us to participate on digital economy. चीज़ों को पेंडेमिक के बाद बहुत हद तक डिजिटलाइज किया गया है. बट इफ व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट डिजिटलाइजेशन, द फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट important thing that comes to individual mind is the personal data protection, which has seen several breaches during the pandemic even before that. एक recent incident के बारे में बताई गई है जहाँ पे मोबीक्विक इज ऐप, यू मस्ट बी अवेयर अबाउट दिस. उसके कुछ इश्यूज हुए थे जहाँ पे 9.9 करोड़ यूजर्स के जो डेटा है उसके साथ मिसमैच बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स हुई थी, एंड दिस 9.9 करोड़ डेटा देयर आर इन रिस्क, राइट. सो व्हाट नीड टू बी डन, what has to be done, इस एडिटोरियल में ये बातें कही गई है, कहाँ पे खामियां हैं, कहाँ पे वैक्यूम है, एंड what should be done. So the first is we require a robust data protection regime that is necessary to prevent this kind of events. और अभी तक इंडिया में अनफॉर्चुनेटली कोई इस तरह की डेटा प्रोटेक्शन नहीं है जो कि इंडिविजुअल को प्रोटेक्ट करती है, राइट. पर्सनल डेटा प्रोटेक्शन बिल, दिस इज फॉर 2019, और इसको अभी तक स्क्रूटनी में रखा गया विद जेपीसी. जेपीसी स्टैंड फॉर जॉइंट पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी, और ये कमेटी एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट सजेशंस दी है जहाँ पे रोबोस्ट प्रोटेक्शंस फॉर इंडिविजुअल डेटा प्रोटेक्शन is required. So the committee has provided some insights to the government of India. Now it is upon the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha to pass this bill and government to formulate a law on that. Now, large vacuum that is coming in the data protection. The first and foremost is the collection and the processes that is being done. तो mainly जो इंडिया में चीज़ें हैं वो रेगुलेट होती है इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी एक्ट 2000. Still, this is the only act that is there in the place to check any malpractices in terms of the digital technology से लेकर के. However, जो data protection regime है that is fall short of providing effective protections to the user and their पर्सनल डेटा. सो ये सारी कुछ खामियां हैं, ये सारी कुछ वैक्यूम है जो कि इंडिया में अभी भी एग्जिस्ट करती है. Now further, the framer emphasize that the data security do not place enough emphasis on the data privacy. और जो data protection है that has a provision of IT Act and also do not apply to the government agencies, right? So these are some of the vacuum that is arising. Now talking about the right to privacy as a fundamental right, right? जजमेंट थी सुप्रीम कोर्ट की केस पुट्टास्वामी केसेस में. दिस वाज क्लियरली स्टेटेड इन द केस पुट्टास्वामी वर्सेस यूनियन ऑफ इंडिया कि राइट टू प्राइवेसी एज एन फंडामेंटल राइट इज एन एसेंशियल पार्ट ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया, एंड द कोर्ट कॉल्ड फॉर अ रोबोस्ट डेटा प्रोटेक्शन legislation. This is something which the Supreme Court has noted. Definitely, the government of India and the central government need to take it on the urgent and priority basis to formulate a law that is on the spirit of the ruling that is coming from the Supreme Court. Now, the judgment called that the data protection law can effectively protect user और privacy और personal data को लेकर के काफ़ी ज़्यादा importance दी गई है. Consequently, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology ने ये कहा कि जो इस कमेटी ने एक्सपर्ट कमेटी बनाई गई थी, BN श्रीकृष्णा की कमेटी थी, उन्होंने भी डेटा प्रोटेक्शन के बारे में बातें कही है, राइट. So this is something, two committees, a judgment coming from the Supreme Court. Now this clearly states that this is a need of the hour to get a personalized data protection bill for the government of India. Now advantages of the proposed bill, क्या advantages हो सकते हैं. So the proposed bill seeks to have a difference in exemption regime and prominent way. First होगी इस बिल में डेटा प्रोटेक्शन के बारे में सारी बातें कही जाएगी, चाहे वो गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर्स हो या फिर प्राइवेट एंटिटीज हो, across all the sectors. So protection is required. Second, the bill seeks to emphasize on the data security and data privacy. These two are an individual concern. Third would be the bill seeks the user to set right of data protection. That means to exercise the right. एक इंडिविजुअल की क्या क्या राइट्स है वो उनको बहुत अच्छे से पता होना चाहिए, एंड दे शुड नो व्हाट इज अ पीनल प्रोविजन इन द रूल्स. फोर्थ, द बिल सिक्स टू क्रिएट एन इंडिपेंडेंट अथॉरिटी बनाने की बात की गई है, DPA. दिस इज डेटा प्रोटेक्शन अथॉरिटी. दैट वुड बी अ नोडल बॉडी, अ सोल बॉडी दैट वुड बी एनविसाज्ड टू वर्क अपॉन द प्रोटेक्शन फॉर एन इंडिविजुअल ऑफ राइट टू विथ रिगार्ड टू द डेटा प्रोटेक्शन. और ये मॉनिटर करेगी, रेगुलेट करेगी डेटा प्रोटेक्शन एक्टिविटीज को टू इंश्योर द कंप्लायंसेस with the rules and laws. Now, what is the way forward in this? Basically, this is a time that we know एक robust data protection की ज़रूरत है इंडिया को. JPC के पास में जो चीज़ें भेजी गई है उससे स्क्रूटनाइज करने की ज़रूरत है। जो 86 अमेंडमेंट है उसको एक क्लॉजेज में लाने की ज़रूरत है। एंड द कमिटी इज एक्सपेक्टेड टू सबमिट इट्स फाइनल रिपोर्ट इन द मॉनसून सेशन ऑफ दिस पार्लियामेंट. So this session of the monsoon parliament is going to be very important with regards to the data protection bill, and after which the government of India need to formulate this laws, right? So this is about the way forward. Now coming to the MCQs question of the day. So the first question is from current affairs. With regards to corruption perception index, consider the following statement. Corruption perception index is being released by the Corruption Eradication Commission, this is known CEC, and India rank has slipped 6 positions to 86 among 180 countries in the CPI. So what you have to do, you have to just choose the correct option and write that option in the comment section. जो इस वीडियो के comment section है वहीं पे आप आंसर लिखेंगे. That is the only way you can answer the questions. And if you have any insights, कुछ another points भी आप share करना चाहते हैं, वो भी आप वीडियो के comment section में बता सकते हैं. Second, in which city India has recently wins the global tree status, whether it's Indore, Bangalore, Hyderabad, or New Delhi. So again, factual question that is coming, and easy also. You have to answer that question in the comment section. So do participate. Write your answer in the comment section. And if you're new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe Aptitude Plus Academy for Civil Service on YouTube. And if you like this video, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to give thumbs up. If you have any other concern, do let us know. We'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Wish you all the best. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you so much.